Okay, so just as an investigate, while we're looking at zero and negative exponents, let's look at this investigation. 2 to the power of 5 is 2 to the power of 4, 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 0, 1. Okay? What did you notice as we decreased? What happened to the answers as your powers, as your exponent decreased by 1? What happened to the answer? Anyone knows the pattern? What happened? It was cut in half, so we divided by 2 every time, right? What's 2 divided by 2? 1. What can we conclude from any power with a exponent that's 0? Did you guys test it out? What's 3 to the power of 0? What's 5 to the power of 0? What's 100 to the power of 0? Okay, so I want you to write this as a conclusion. Any non-zero base, it doesn't work if the base is 0. Okay, try this on your calculator. 0 to the power of 0. Okay, so it doesn't work if the base is 0. So any non-zero base to the power of 0, so if the exponent's 0, the answer will always be 1. Always. So example, 10 to the power of 0 is 1. Because I want the answer as a fraction or a whole number. So 2 to the power of 3 is what? 8. 2 to the power of 2 is 2 to the power of 1. Remember our pattern from before? What happened every time we decreased the exponent by 1? We divided it by 2, right? We cut it in half. Well, according to this pattern, what's 1 divided by 2? How would I write that as a fraction? As a fraction. 1 divided by 2, 1 over 2. If I take that number and I divide it by 2, what's the answer? Divide this by 2, it becomes 1 over 4. What if I divide this answer by 2? What does it become? 1 over 8. Okay, I'm going to show you actually a little shortcut here. Let's look at these ones here with the negative exponents. 2 to the power of negative 1 is also written as 1 over 2 to the power of 1. This one is 1 over 2 to the power of 2, right? That's the same as writing 1 over 4. What's 2 to the power of negative 3? 1 over 2 to the power of 3, which is 1 over 8. Okay? So anytime we have a power with a negative exponent, write the reciprocal of the base. So that means we're flipping it around. So in this example, what is my base? No, what is the base? 1 over 2, right? What's the reciprocal of 1 over 2? What does that become? 2 over 1, or I can just write it as 2. Okay, so I can just write this as 2. 2 over 1 is the same as 2. And what do I do with the exponent? That's it. That's the answer. 2 to the power of 4. First, look here. So first you identify the base. 8 to the power of negative 2. Which part of this power is the base? 8. What's the reciprocal of 8? If I flip that around, 8 is the same as 8 over 1, right? So if I flip that, it becomes 1 over 8. What do I do with the exponent? Positive. Becomes positive. So it's all of this to the power of 2. So it's 1 to the power of 2, and it's 8 to the power of 2, right? What's 1 times 1? What's 8 times 8? That's it. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. C, what's the base? Negative 4. What's the reciprocal of negative 4 over 1? 1 over negative 4. Good. All of this is to the power of positive 1, right? So it becomes 1 to the power of 1 over negative 4 to the power of 1.
The base stays.
What's negative 4? Written once. Negative 4. Your answer is 1 divided by negative 4, or negative 1 quarter. Okay, that's the answer for that one. Okay, so again, reciprocal of 3 is 1 over 3. all of this to the power of 2 becomes 1 to the power of 2 over 3 to the power of 2. What's 1 times 1? 3 times 3? 1 over 9. Shh. Okay, so for the first one, we have to apply all the rules now. What do you do when you multiply powers with the same base? You add the exponents. Write the base. Shh. The base is 4. What's 3 plus negative 5? Negative 2. Because we have a negative exponent, I write the reciprocal of the base, so that becomes 1 over 4. And what do I do with the exponent? Everything to the power of 2. What's 1 to the power of 2? What's 4 to the power of 2? 4 times 4? The answer is 1 over 16. Shh. Negative 2 to the power of 2 divided by negative 2 to the power of negative 5. What do you do when you divide powers with the same base? Subtract the exponent. So write the base. What is 2 take away a negative? So it's 2 take away a negative 5. Becomes 2 plus 5, right? So the base is negative 2, and the exponent, when I subtract that, it becomes positive 7. That's it. What's negative 2 to the power of 7? Can you evaluate that on your calculator? Negative 2 to the power of 7. Negative 128. Good. So we have, let's look at our numerator. 4 to the power of 2 to the power of 2. What does that become? 4 to the power of 4 divided by 4 to the power of 5 to the power of 2. Good. Now what? Okay. Now we are going to divide powers with the same base. Write the base, subtract 4, take away 10 becomes negative 6. How do I turn this into a power with a positive exponent? What's the reciprocal of 4, Elikia? Reciprocal of the base is 1 over 4 and all to the power of 6. What's 1 to the power of 6? What's 4 to the power of 6? 4096.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.